So them Browns made some noise, dog. They took home all of the awards that they were nominated for. 4 for 4. No winders. Coach of the year, assistant coach of the year, comeback player of the year, and defensive player of the year, man. Let's talk about it. Assistant coach of the year could have went many different ways. Ben Johnson was amazing. Mike McDonald was amazing as the DC in Baltimore, but Jim Schwartz got it. I think simply he got it because he had the biggest improvement from year to year. This defense was horrible last year. He turned it to top three in total defense, or sorry, number one in total defense, and they were like number one in third down percentage and a whole bunch of other metrics. So great job here. If they went Ben Johnson or Mike McDonald, who gonna argue, right? Comeback player of the year was the biggest surprise to me because I just knew that DeMar Hamlin was gonna get it because you know what happened, and basically just being alive. And if he had got that, who gonna argue with that? Not me. I'm not gonna argue that. But Joe Flacco played well. If somebody outside of DeMar Hamlin was gonna get it, I actually would have gave it to Baker Mayfield. Man, people think I'm a Baker hater, but based on him coming back from basically being left for dead in Carolina and the Rams, it looked like his career was over, and he had a Pro Bowl season, won the division, well deserved. Coach of the year. Kevin Stefanski was my choice. If D'Amico Ryans won it, really D'Amico Ryans was the only person that could have won it, and I wouldn't have felt no type of way. D'Amico Ryans obviously worst to first, uh, won the division, did a hell of a job. So if he won it, and like it literally took, they had the same amount of points. Him and Stefanski. Stefanski had one more first place vote. That's why he won. But with Kevin Stefanski, man, 20% of 26% of your roster was on salary, was on IR. It was Deshaun Watson. It also was Nick Chubb, a top three running back in the league. It also was your two tackles, one being a first round pick, the other one being an All Pro just 2 short years ago. It also was two of your three starting safeties. It also was your rotational defensive end that was playing really good ball in Okoronkwo. It also was your starting middle linebacker. It also was some of your rotational guys at defensive tackle. It also was your backup right tackle who was a rookie but was playing at a Pro Bowl level. So it was levels to it, man. That battling 4 quarterbacks, he won with DTR, he won with PJ Walker, he won with Joe Flacco. Just the job that he was able to do to get this team to 11 wins. And we sat out players the last game of the season, so possibly we could have been a 12-win team, the third best record in the league. You put them in what, 6 out of the other 8 or 6 out of the other 7 divisions. They win in the division. So, just a great job by Stefanski. Like I said, if D'Amico's Ryans had got it, there's no argument there. But well deserved for Kevin Stefanski. And the one that's been mostly highly debated and scrutinized, the defensive player of the year, my guy, Myles Garrett. So, this is the one that's going to rub people the wrong way. But Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in the league. Let me say it again. Myles Garrett is the best defensive player in the league, and he had the best season. And people gonna say T.J. Watt, and you can say, "Oh, he had the most sacks." Well, if the guy with the most sacks wins it every year, then they should change the name of the award. It should be the sack champion, and they get the defensive player of the year award. If you look at how often they won their matchups. So how often do you win your pass rush, getting to the quarterback, and it's like 2 seconds or 3 seconds or less, and that's important. Remember that. Myles Garrett, I think, was second or third in the league. Double team rate, second or third in the league. So it's being able to be one of the most productive while getting double teamed the most, that says a lot. And not only that, TJ Watt was doubled half the time as Myles Garrett. So they're not even paying the same amount of attention. When Myles Garrett is on defense, they slide the line to him. They put the left tackle and the tight end on him. They try to chip with a running back. They might go guard, tackle, tight end. They might go guard, tackle, running back. They triple team. You seen the Titans had 2 tight ends going in motion with Myles Garrett. That's the type of attention that he brings. And like going back to that, TJ Watt's a tremendous player, but nobody in the league has more 5 second sacks than TJ Watt. I used to say it as like a joke, but if you go and look, he has some of them nice covered sacks, and that's no taking away from him. That's just part of what that eye test shows you if you actually looking, man. Not to mention the Browns defense was significantly better than the Steelers defense. The Steelers defense was like below the middle of the pack in a lot of categories, including yards and I think points and stuff like that. So, and one of the excuses or one of the reasons why Miles Garrett didn't have one before was, hey, your defense isn't that good. And when those defenses were bad, but Miles Garrett was getting 16 sacks a year. And who's got the most sacks in the last 4 years? Who got the most sacks in the last 5 years? Who got the most sacks in the last 3 years? I think it's Miles Garrett. So he's the best in the league. He has the production. Even Michael Parsons, who was up for Defensive Player of the Year, said, "Hey man, y'all look at the film, dog. He's one of one. Everybody says it." So people not gonna like that, and I hope I catch a lot of Steeler fans in these comments. If so, I'm sure we'll have a friendly conversation, right? Probably not, but shout out to the Browns, man. 4 for 4. No Wendy's. Next year's gonna be exciting.